Hello boys and girls, welcome back to another English language lesson for grade 7. And today we want to look at describing places. What do we want to look at? Describing places. Now I want you to remember the main objective of descriptive writing is to paint a vivid, when we talk about vivid we mean clear image or picture through the use of appropriate words and expressions so that the reader is transported to that place. So when someone is reading your description, they should be able to visualize what you are describing. Now the task today is for you to write a descriptive composition of a real or imaginary place that you would like to visit. Now let's look at an example of a description of a place. And I want you to pay attention to how the writer makes use of the descriptive devices to really craft an excellent piece. Let's go. 10 minutes from my house. It's the most beautiful area in the south of England. It is called the New Forest. And people from different parts of England and different countries often come here on holiday. The New Forest is a very large area of natural forest, and there are lots of animals that live there. Horses and donkeys walk everywhere. And sometimes you can even see pigs, cows, and ducks crossing the road. What I like about the New Forest is that the colors of the forest change during the year. In autumn, the leaves are red and gold, and in the spring, everything is purple and different shades of green. The trees are always colorful and different. Tourists often prefer to go to the small villages in the New Forest with pretty houses and traditional restaurants. I love to walk along the rivers and through the trees because there you can see the true heart of the forest. This is an excellent example of a description of a place. Now let's look at the adjectives that are used here. You have beautiful, it talks about the beautiful area. Talks about what? The color of the forest, how it changes throughout the season. And now I am even able, as I was reading, to visualize what this forest looks like. Like I actually want to go there and take pictures. Now the thing is, in your description, you want to utilize adjectives. You want to utilize your senses, and we call that sensory details. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you smell? What can you feel? Is there anything you can taste? So you want to utilize your senses. You want to utilize what is familiar so that your readers can actually feel as if they're right there with you. You can also use what is known as figurative devices. Your simile, the metaphor, personification. Now let's look at another example. And this one is called the bungalow. It was dark when we entered his bungalow. And when we switched on the light, I was shocked. The place was empty and drab. In his room was an old iron bed with a light bulb hanging over the head of it. A rickety old table and one chair were the other furnishings. Near the bed was a wooden box upon which was a brass ashtray filled with cigarette butts. The room allotted to me was almost the same, only it was minus a grocery box. Nothing worked. The bathroom was unspeakable. One had to take a jug and fill it from the bathtub and empty it down the flush to make the toilet work. This was the home of G.M. Anderson, the multi-millionaire cowboy. Can you believe that? G.M. Anderson, the multi-million cowboy. Now this description of this bungalow, does this sound like the place a multi-millionaire would live in? No. One thing I want you to notice about this paragraph, this extract, is that the writer doesn't tell you right away, oh, this is what it's like. This is what this place is. He uses words and he transports you. He could have said at the beginning, this bungalow, it's old, it belongs to a multi-millionaire, it's a place you don't want to visit. Instead, he transports us right to this place, right to this scene, to experience it and draw our own conclusion. And this is not a place I would want to go. The toilet is not working, it's old, rickety. You don't want to be here. And then it's so ironic that this place belongs to G.M. Anderson, the multi-millionaire cowboy. Now another thing, you want to ensure that your description, it's fun, it's interesting. You want to maintain the interest of your readers. You don't want somebody to read the first sentence and then they're like, this is boring. So you want to capture their attention at the beginning of the paragraph and you want to sustain it to the end. Here is a plan that you can use when writing your descriptive composition. Now, paragraph 1, you can describe the place. What is it like? How is it perhaps different from where you live? Pay attention to the scenery. Paragraph 2, add extra information. You can talk about the weather, food, people, the site, etc. And in paragraph 3, what do you like most about the place? Would you recommend it to others? So this is a simple plan that you can use to guide you in your descriptive piece. Now it's time for you to form a plan and write your composition. Remember to use rich imagery. Description, I like to say, it's more about showing the reader, using words to show and not tell. Don't tell me that the place is old. What can you show me about this place that says to me, this place is old? Now, what is the activity? I want you to describe your favorite place. Think about that place. Is it real? Is it imaginary? I want you to go through the plan. Go through the plan, paragraph 1, 2, 3. And remember, when you finish writing, revise your work. Okay, boys and girls, I want to thank you for participating in class today. I hope you had a great time, and I do hope that you will actually sit and practice writing your descriptive composition. Until we meet again, I'm Sir Jared, and I'm out.